Top 10 obvious on-set romances, but we didn't know at the time. Romances that start on movie sets can be full of passion, secrecy, and sometimes heartbreak. Some of Hollywood's biggest stars have fallen in love while filming, creating unforgettable chemistry both on and off screen. But did you know that some of these relationships remain hidden for years? From secret affairs to lifelong partnerships, these love stories shaped careers, sparked scandals, and captured the hearts. Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart. Their romance began in 1944 during the filming of To Have and Have Not, a World War II drama loosely based on an Ernest Hemingway novel. Bacall, a 19-year-old model with no prior film experience, was handpicked by director Howard Hawks to star opposite the 44-year-old Bogart, who was already an established leading man. Despite their 25-year age gap, the chemistry between them was undeniable. Bacall's sultry voice, poise, and signature look, tilting her chin down and gazing up, mesmerized both Bogart and audiences alike. Behind the scenes, their connection grew quickly. Bogart was unhappily married to actress Mayo Method, a relationship infamous for its volatility and frequent arguments. Despite his initial hesitation, he fell for Bacall's intelligence, charm, and maturity beyond her years. Their attraction was obvious to those on set, with secret notes exchanged between takes. Following the success of To Have and Have Not, Bacall and Bogart collaborated on several more films, including The Big Sleep, 1946, Dark Passage, 1947, and Key Largo, 1948. By 1945, Bogart had divorced Method, and on May 21st of that year, he and Bacall were married in a private ceremony at a friend's farm in Ohio. Despite their glamorous Hollywood status, their marriage was built on a foundation of deep companionship. Bacall often referred to Bogart as her great love, and he, in turn, affectionately called her baby. They had 2 children together, Stephen Humphrey Bogart, born 1949, and Leslie Bogart, born 1952. Their home life contrasted the glitz of Hollywood. They hosted frequent gatherings with friends like Frank Sinatra and Katharine Hepburn, but their relationship remained grounded in mutual respect. Bacall often supported Bogart during his career highs and lows, and he encouraged her professional growth. Tragically, their love story was cut short when Bogart was diagnosed with esophageal cancer in 1956. Bacall remained by his side throughout his illness, taking care of him in their final months together. On January 14, 1957, Bogart passed away at the age of 57. His funeral was attended by Hollywood's elite, with Bacall placing a whistle in his casket, a reference to her famous line from To Have and Have Not. "You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow." Bacall was only 32 when she became a widow, though she later had other relationships, including a high-profile engagement to Frank Sinatra and a marriage to actor Jason Robards. She always maintained that Bogart was the love of her life. Lauren Bacall continued acting for decades, earning acclaim in both film and theater. She passed away on August 12, 2014, at the age of 89. Despite the years that separated them, Bacall and Bogart's romance remains one of the most cherished love stories in Hollywood history. Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford. The love story between Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford remained a mystery for nearly 4 decades before Fisher finally revealed their behind-the-scenes affair. Their relationship, which began during the filming of Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977, added a real-life spark to one of sci-fi's most iconic love stories, Princess Leia and Han Solo. At just 19 years old, Fisher was an up-and-coming actress cast as Leia Organa, a fearless rebel leader. Ford, at 33, was a rising star playing the charming smuggler Han Solo. Although their characters initially clashed on screen, their chemistry was undeniable. What audiences didn't know at the time was that Fisher and Ford were having a secret 3-month affair while filming in London. Ford was married to Mary Marquardt and had 2 young children, making their relationship even more discreet. In her 2016 memoir The Princess Diarist, Fisher revealed details about their romance, including her intense feelings for Ford. She described him as quiet, brooding, and experienced, while she was young, insecure, and deeply infatuated. The affair, however, was brief and never evolved into a long-term relationship. Fisher later admitted that Ford showed little emotional involvement, which left her feeling heartbroken once filming ended. After A New Hope, Fisher and Ford reprised their roles in The Empire Strikes Back, 1980, and Return of the Jedi, 1983. Their on-screen love story became legendary, especially with Han Solo's famous unscripted line, "I love you." I know, the tension between them may have fueled their performances, making Leia and Han's romance one of the most beloved in film history. Despite their past, Fisher and Ford remained colleagues and eventually friends. When Fisher's memoir was released, Ford, known for his privacy, refused to comment publicly, but admitted in a rare interview that it had a lasting impact on him. Fisher passed away on December 27, 2016, at the age of 60, just weeks after the book's release. Her revelation about their affair added a final chapter to their intertwined legacy. Ford, now in his 80s, continues to be one of Hollywood's most respected actors, but their brief romance remains a fascinating piece of Star Wars history. Tom Holland and Zendaya. The romance between Tom Holland and Zendaya is one of modern Hollywood's most beloved love stories, blending youthful charm, mutual respect, and undeniable chemistry both on and off the screen. Their relationship, which began during the filming of Spider-Man: Homecoming, 2017, has captivated fans and media alike, making them one of the industry's most talked about couples. When Holland, a 19-year-old British actor, was cast as Peter Parker, and Zendaya, already a Disney star at 19, was chosen to play MJ, rumors of a romance began almost immediately. Their natural chemistry, playful banter during interviews, and frequent public appearances together sparked speculation that their relationship went beyond friendship. However, both actors insisted for years that they were just close friends. Despite their denials, the rumors only intensified during the Spider-Man sequels, Far From Home, 2019, and No Way Home, 2021. Fans noted their deep admiration for each other, with Holland often praising Zendaya's talent, intelligence, and kindness, while Zendaya frequently described Holland as hardworking and humble. Their friendship was evident, but speculation about a romantic connection remained unconfirmed. Everything changed in July 2021 when paparazzi photos surfaced of the two sharing a kiss inside a car, confirming what fans had suspected for years. Instead of making a grand announcement, they continued to keep their relationship mostly private, choosing to let their actions speak louder than words. Holland later admitted in an interview that their romance was something personal they wanted to protect. Unlike many Hollywood couples, Holland and Zendaya have made privacy a priority. They rarely post about each other on social media, and when they do, it's often subtle and heartfelt. However, their public appearances, whether attending events together or supporting each other's projects, make it clear that they are deeply connected. Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. The romance between Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens wasn't just a Hollywood love story. It was a defining moment for an entire generation of Disney fans. Their relationship, which began behind the scenes of High School Musical, 2006, mirrored the very story that made them famous. As Troy Bolton and Gabriela Montez, they portrayed the perfect high school couple, and for 5 years, their real-life romance had fans believing in fairy tale love. Efron and Hudgens first met in 2005 during auditions for High School Musical, where their instant chemistry helped them land the lead roles. The Disney Channel film became a cultural phenomenon, and their on-screen romance quickly translated into a real-life relationship. Though they kept their early dating life private, rumors of their off-screen love grew as they made joint public appearances and were frequently spotted together. By the time High School Musical 2, 2007, and High School Musical 3, Senior Year, 2008, premiered, Efron and Hudgens were not only the most beloved couple in Disney history, but also one of Hollywood's most popular young pairs. Fans dubbed them Zanessa, and their romance became a major talking point in the media. Unlike many young celebrity couples, they maintained a steady relationship despite their rising fame. However, in December 2010, after 5 years together, they shocked fans by announcing their breakup. The split was reportedly amicable, with distance and career pressures playing a role. Hudgens later revealed that dating someone in the same industry came with challenges, including the overwhelming attention from fans and media. She admitted that their relationship had moments of jealousy, but also credited Efron with being an important part of her early career and personal growth. Following their breakup, both stars pursued successful careers. Efron transitioned into more mature roles in films like The Greatest Showman, 2017, and Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, 2019, while Hudgens found success in musicals, Netflix films, and Broadway productions. Despite their separation, they have remained respectful of each other, though they no longer maintain a close friendship. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. The relationship between Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart was more than just an on-screen love story. It became a worldwide phenomenon. Their romance, which began during the filming of Twilight, 2008, fueled obsessive fan interest, skyrocketed their fame, and later unraveled in one of Hollywood's most talked-about scandals. Pattinson and Stewart met in 2007, when casting for Twilight was underway. Stewart, already a rising actress, was cast as Bella Swan, and Pattinson, a relatively unknown British actor at the time, was chosen to play Edward Cullen. Their chemistry was undeniable, and the film's director, Catherine Hardwicke, later revealed that Stewart strongly advocated for Pattinson to get the role. As Twilight became a global sensation, rumors of a real-life romance between the two stars began circulating. For years, Pattinson and Stewart kept their relationship private, neither confirming nor denying the speculation. However, their frequent appearances together, coupled with off-screen moments of affection, made it clear that their connection extended beyond the film set. By 2009, they were unofficially Hollywood's most mysterious and highly speculated couple. Their romance continued through the filming of the Twilight sequels, New Moon, 2009, Eclipse, 2010, and Breaking Dawn, 2011 to 2012. However, in 2012, their relationship took a dramatic turn when photos surfaced of Stewart kissing director Rupert Sanders, who was married at the time. The scandal shocked fans, and Stewart issued a rare public apology, acknowledging her mistake and expressing regret for hurting Pattinson. Despite attempts to reconcile, their relationship ultimately ended in 2013, bringing an official close to the real-life Edward and Bella love story. While their split disappointed fans, both actors moved on to successful careers outside of the Twilight franchise. Pattinson took on acclaimed roles in films like Good Time, 2017, The Lighthouse, 2019, and The Batman, 2022, while Stewart gained critical recognition for Spencer, 2021, earning her first Academy Award nomination. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Few Hollywood couples have demonstrated the lasting power of love and partnership quite like Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Their relationship, which began in the early 1980s, has remained one of the strongest and most admired in the entertainment industry. Unlike many fleeting Hollywood romances, their love story has spanned over 3 decades, built on deep mutual respect, humor, and unwavering support for one another. Hanks and Wilson first met in 1981 on the set of the sitcom Bosom Buddies, where Wilson had a guest appearance. Though they had an immediate connection, Hanks was married at the time to his college sweetheart, Samantha Lewis. Their paths crossed again in 1985, when they co-starred in the film Volunteers, a romantic comedy that brought their chemistry to the big screen. By then, Hanks' first marriage was struggling, and after his divorce was finalized, he and Wilson officially began dating. On April 30, 1988, they married in an intimate ceremony, marking the start of one of Hollywood's longest-lasting marriages. Unlike many celebrity relationships overshadowed by scandals and rumors, their bond only grew stronger. Wilson supported Hanks through his rise to superstardom with films like Forrest Gump, 1994, Saving Private Ryan, 1998, and Castaway, 2000, while Hanks championed Wilson's acting and music careers. Together, they raised 2 children, Chet Hanks, born 1990, and Truman Hanks, born 1995. In addition to Hanks' 2 children from his previous marriage, Despite their busy careers, they prioritized family life, often appearing together at red carpet events and sharing heartfelt moments in interviews. Their relationship was tested in 2015 when Wilson was diagnosed with breast cancer. Hanks stood by her side throughout her treatment, proving the depth of their commitment. She later recovered, crediting Hanks' unwavering love as a source of strength. In 2020, they made headlines as one of the first high-profile couples to contract COVID-19, once again navigating a challenge together. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Few Hollywood couples have maintained a relationship as long-lasting and beloved as Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Their love story spans over 4 decades, defying the typical Hollywood trend of short-lived romances. Unlike many celebrity couples, they never felt the need to marry, choosing instead to prioritize their deep connection, shared values, and family life. Hawn and Russell first met in 1966 while filming the one and only, genuine, original Family Band. At the time, Hawn was 21 and just beginning her career, while Russell was only 16. Though they shared a friendly rapport, romance was not yet in the cards. Over a decade later, fate brought them back together when they co-starred in Swing Shift, 1983. By then, both had gone through past marriages. Hawn had 2 children from her previous marriage, while Russell had a son from his first marriage. Their relationship quickly turned serious, and by 1984, they had blended their families, welcoming their son, Wyatt Russell, in 1986. Over the years, their commitment to each other and their family became the foundation of their relationship. Despite their deep love, they made a conscious decision not to marry, believing that their bond didn't require a legal document. Hawn has often expressed that choosing to stay together every day, rather than feeling obligated to do so, is what keeps their relationship strong. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, most famously showcased in the 1987 romantic comedy Overboard. The film not only became a cult classic, but also solidified their status as one of Hollywood's favorite couples. Even after decades together, they continued to support each other's careers, making joint public appearances and celebrating their achievements side by side. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. The romance between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt was one of the most talked about relationships in Hollywood, capturing the public's imagination from the moment it began. Nicknamed Brangelina, their love story seemed like a modern fairy tale, filled with passion, global humanitarian efforts, and a growing family. However, it ultimately unraveled into one of Hollywood's most bitter breakups, proving that even the most glamorous romances can have a dramatic downfall. Jolie and Pitt first met in 2004 while filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Their on-screen chemistry was electric, but the timing was controversial. Pitt was still married to Jennifer Aniston, one of America's most beloved actresses. Rumors swirled that an affair had developed behind the scenes, though Jolie insisted they didn't become romantically involved until after Pitt and Aniston's divorce in January 2005. By April of that year, Jolie and Pitt were spotted together for the first time, confirming what the world had suspected. Their relationship quickly became one of the most high-profile in the world. In 2006, Jolie announced she was pregnant with Pitt's child, and later that year, he officially adopted her 2 children, Maddox and Zahara. Over the next decade, they expanded their family, adopting Pax in 2007 and welcoming twins, Knox and Vivian, in 2008. Their philanthropic work also defined their relationship, as they traveled the world for humanitarian efforts, with Pitt supporting Jolie's work as a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador. Despite years of seeming bliss, their relationship began to show cracks. After nearly a decade together, they married in 2014, but the marriage lasted only 2 years. In 2016, Jolie filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. What followed was a highly publicized custody battle over their 6 children, with allegations of conflicts, disagreements, and legal battles that dragged on for years. Their split became one of the most bitter in Hollywood history, with reports of legal disputes over their shared assets, including their French vineyard, Chateau Miraval. Though their divorce was finalized in 2019, custody battles and financial disputes continued, keeping them in the headlines. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. The relationship between Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman was once one of Hollywood's most glamorous and powerful unions. Their romance, which began on the set of Days of Thunder, 1990, led to a decade-long marriage that fascinated the public. However, despite their fairy tale image, their relationship ended abruptly in 2001, sparking speculation and rumors that still persist today. Cruise and Kidman first met in 1989 when Kidman, a young Australian actress, was cast as the love interest in Days of Thunder. At just 22 years old, she was still a rising star, while Cruise, 5 years her senior, was already one of Hollywood's biggest names. Their on-screen chemistry quickly turned into a real-life romance, and just months after the film's release, they married on December 24, 1990 in a private ceremony. As a couple, they became one of Hollywood's golden pairs, starring in 2 more films together, Far and Away, 1992, and Eyes Wide Shut, 1999. Their marriage seemed picture-perfect, with both frequently expressing admiration for one another in interviews. Unable to have biological children, they adopted 2 kids, Isabella, born 1992, and Connor, born 1995, building what appeared to be a strong family unit. However, in 2001, Cruise shocked the world by filing for divorce, reportedly blindsiding Kidman. The official reason given was irreconcilable differences, but speculation swirled around the role of Scientology, the controversial religion Cruise was deeply involved in. Some reports claimed Kidman, who was raised Catholic, was viewed as an outsider to the church, creating a rift in their marriage. Others pointed to their diverging careers. Cruise's action-packed stardom versus Kidman's rise as an award-winning dramatic actress. The divorce was finalized in August 2001, and while Cruise moved on quickly, eventually marrying and divorcing Katie Holmes, Kidman went through a difficult period before finding love again with country star Keith Urban, whom she married in 2006. In later interviews, Kidman admitted that she was young and deeply in love with Cruise, but felt their marriage shielded her from reality. Despite their high-profile split, both went on to have incredibly successful careers. Cruise continued dominating action films, while Kidman won an Academy Award for The Hours, 2002, and solidified herself as one of the greatest actresses of her generation. Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. The romance between Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy remains one of Hollywood's most legendary yet enigmatic relationships. Their love story spanned 26 years, beginning in 1941 and lasting until Tracy's death in 1967. Despite their deep connection, their relationship was never publicly acknowledged during Tracy's lifetime, making it one of classic Hollywood's most famous open secrets. Hepburn and Tracy first met on the set of Woman of the Year, 1942, a film that would mark the beginning of both their on-screen and off-screen partnership. Hepburn, already a strong-willed and independent actress, was immediately drawn to Tracy's quiet confidence. Their chemistry was undeniable, and over the years, they would go on to star in 9 films together, including Adam's Rib, 1949, Pat and Mike, 1952, and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, 1967. However, there was one significant complication. Tracy was married. A devout Catholic, he never divorced his wife, Louise Treadwell, though they had been living separately for years. Out of respect for his religious beliefs and personal struggles, Hepburn never pressured him to leave his marriage. Instead, they carried on a private relationship, carefully avoiding public scrutiny. Tracy, known for his battles with alcoholism and poor health, often relied on Hepburn for emotional and physical support. She took care of him in his final years, even stepping away from her career to be by his side. When Tracy passed away on June 10, 1967, Hepburn was devastated. She did not attend his funeral out of respect for his family, and did not publicly speak about their relationship until many years later. Though their love was never officially recognized during Tracy's lifetime, Hepburn described him as the love of her life. She never remarried and lived for 36 more years, passing away in 2003 at the age of 96. Hollywood has given us some of the most unforgettable on-set romances, proving that chemistry on screen can sometimes lead to real-life love stories. From legendary couples like Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy to modern favorites like Tom Holland and Zendaya, these relationships have fascinated audiences for decades. Some stood the test of time, while others ended in heartbreak, but all left their mark on Hollywood history. Which on-set romance surprised you the most? Do you think any of these couples were meant to be? Or were they just caught up in the magic of filmmaking? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts. And if you love Hollywood stories, make sure to subscribe to All About Hollywood for more celebrity insights, behind-the-scenes drama, and iconic love stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.